What's going on? What's going on, WPF family? Happy Saturday morning if you're just waking up. Happy Friday night to whoever is also still up like myself. We are live. It's Friday night for another edition of the Friday Night SmackDown review. We are the very last stop before we hit Night of Champions tomorrow. So we will be talking about what happened on SmackDown tonight. What do we need to know going into Night of Champions tomorrow? So if you're not here to talk wrestling or support the channel, then get here. But we are back. It was I wish I could say I had some real time off, but time off would be I was relaxing and enjoying life this whole time while I was away. But your boy is back, and we are in right away. We are back at it right away. Right off the bat, let's see who we got pulling on up. And whether you're new to the chat, it's your first time, or you're a regular, make sure you smash that like button. Because I'm not going to tell you to do it 15 times. I don't have the energy for that. So do all that good stuff. So that way I don't have to be one of those boring YouTubers that have to say it 17,000 times. What up? I am number one. Now, I know my man has been missing. We've been missing each other back and forth too much. So I'm happy to see that you are here tonight. You did not, we're not missing each other tonight, baby. Let's fucking go. What up, fam? Too sweet. We got with us not only my brother from another mother, we got the troll exterminator. Big D in the building. Let's go. What up, D? Too sweet. There he is, my brother. Joe Dizzle. What up, Dizzle? Too sweet. Yo, I'm in KY. It's still nighttime. Let's go. Now we're talking, baby. Now we are talking. There he is, the man with the LeBron pass. Will wrestling in the building. Too sweet. Did you get the Supergirl penis? No, I did not. Hey, the only Supergirl things we grabbed was Lobo on the bike. And my favorite, Crypto KFC Bucket exclusive. That's right. Your boy don't even eat chicken, but he got a popcorn bucket from the chicken place. But those were the only buckets from the new Supergirl movie that came out recently that we liked. I passed on everything else. Raw Man, what up, my brother? One half of the Heel Squad, Tag Team Champions of the World. Too sweet. I am number one. He said, "You damn right." Finally, right? Boom, boom. We had a double for that one. Yo, my man said, give me money. Shit. I got you. You give me, how about this? You give me $40 first, and then I'll give you $20 back. I propose that deal to you. I could do that for you, Air. Nice. KFC. What's the KFC commercial? Finger licking good chicken. Hey, Roman, you know we out here hustling, right? We got to be out here hustling. The man said he wanted me to give him money. I offered to give him 20 back of his 40. I think that's more than fair. I could have said, "Hey, how about you give me 40 first? I'll give you nothing back." Right? Right? I think I'm a gentleman. I offered to give him 20 of his 40 back. There he is, the Tuesday night co-host, the only man on the tube who rides on fire, Ghost Rider. Too sweet, my brother. All right, so who caught Friday Night SmackDown? I know it wasn't like woohoo, yippee, 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 yippee. It wasn't one of those Friday nights. To be honest, SmackDown has really been lacklustering. So if you didn't catch it, I get it. But don't worry, whether you saw it or you didn't see it, we're going to let you know what you need to know going into Night of Champions tomorrow. Yo, Joe Dizzle, tell everybody, Dizzle, come on. You know the Ghost Rider intro is your favorite intro, Brody. I'm so happy that you're both here at the exact time. So you got to hear me do Ghost's intro. Right, Ghost? We know Dizzle loves the intro I do for you. NXT and AEW are going head to head this Sunday. Also, we're gonna have we got to throw in TNA Slammiversary. I'm not sure on the time for Slammiversary at the moment, but this weekend we got 4 wrestling pay-per-views. Actually, I'm sorry, we got 4 pay-per-views and 1 show. We got MLW and Night of Champions on Saturday. They don't conflict each other. Perfect. But Sunday, we have AEW Forbidden Door, which I don't know what's so forbidden about it at this point. They've already took the best talent from every company that didn't hit WWE, but and then you got TNA Slammiversary, which is one of TNA. This is TNA's second biggest pay-per-view they throw all year round. And you got NXT doing a pay-per-view. So we got 3 wrestling pay-per-views this Sunday, giving everybody plenty of options. So if you're not really crazy maybe about one promotion, hey, don't turn the thing off. Try the next channel. Or watch all 3 at the same time and just go back and forth watching the matches you prefer. Whatever way you want to really do it. Dizzle said, I did not watch SmackDown. But don't worry, Dizzle. I got you, Brody. SmackDown was recorded Monday right after Raw, which is why Raw came on at 2 p.m. That's right. SmackDown and Raw were in London this week, which was pretty awesome. They got a good crowd. Chung! There's my OG. What's goody, Chung? My man Chung in the building. Let's go. Ooh, I forgot about AAA on Saturday nights too. You know what it is, Will? For AAA, I watch AAA every Sunday morning when I wake up watching the replay. So I'm not used to remembering that AAA is actually on Saturdays. But MLW, oh yeah. And if you're not like a huge wrestling fan and you're just getting into it, or you're looking to watch some wrestling, but you don't have too much time a week, so you want to watch something where you're not going to fall behind and could stay with it, I would absolutely let MLB be the company you give a first try to if you're just starting, because it's really on once a week for like an hour or two tops. It's on YouTube, so you can rewatch it at your own pace throughout any part of the day after it goes live. And my man Killer Cross is the MLW World Champion. Now, let me tell you, man, I repost wrestling stuff on my Instagram channels, on both my channels, all day. Different wrestlers. I used to do a lot of different wrestlers, and I would get nothing back. Not even like a thumbs up. Nothing. Bro, Killer Cross and the Good Brothers are for the fans. I promise you they are for the fans. I don't know these guys personally. I don't have a channel that has 1 million subscribers. I don't even know that if they know that I have a channel, period. And not only the Good Brothers, Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows, but the MLW World Champion, Killer Cross. All three of these guys take time out of their busy schedule to repost my stuff, message me a thumbs up or something, that they like something. That to me as a fan, that means a lot because they don't have to do that. And to see that they do that for their fans, man, that's something as a fan I would think you'd want to get behind. Those are guys you want to get behind, follow, and show support to. Yo, my man Tyler, we got the PAX information. Tyler, the information coming through. What up, guys? The Wolfpack Federation fam. What up? What up? Tyler, my man, too. Sweet. Yo, Blunt Force Drama. Hey, first up, I love the name, by the way. Dope name. Too sweet to you, Blunt Force. Thank you. I had to go this way because I did just see the brand new Supergirl movie, which if you guys aren't already subscribed and following my other channel, please do so, because we will be talking about, was the movie good? Was it bad? All that kind of stuff we'll be going over this Tuesday coming up. Plus, if you're a member of the other channel, make sure you pull up this Tuesday. It's the what? It's the end of the month, which means we got some giveaways coming. So make sure you are subscribed to the other channel. You became a member and pull up this Tuesday. Yo, my man Nasty, what's goody, brother? Too sweet. Is SmackDown worth watching yet? No. Nope, not worth watching yet, Nasty. You could literally just watch the highlights or watch the closing match, or correction, the closing segment, and be fine. Look at that. See, this is why I call him Tyler. This is why he's the PAX information. Breaking news. What do we got? Breaking news, Tyler. Will Wrestling said, "Where do you think the solo being solo story is going?" So right off the bat, we're gonna start with that. So the big to me, this was the biggest thing you definitely needed to know tonight on SmackDown. So it goes to backstage segment. We got Solo, Tamatonga, Talatonga. And Tamatonga's pissed. And he tells Solo, man, you're sorry, wait. First Solo goes, hey, you guys see what I did Monday night? Roman Reigns is gonna love that. And Tamatonga's like, see, this is what I'm talking about. Your obsession with Roman Reigns, I'm done. We told you not to come out last week. You didn't listen. So now we're sitting here with no tag gold. And then Talatonga hits us with the big one. The elders called. Doesn't say what they said. Just lets everybody know that the elders called and they're leaving. So now Solo is Solo. Now, we thought we were going to get a bloodline versus bloodline type feud going. Maybe not anymore. Just maybe Solo, maybe going back to Roman Reigns. The real question though is where does Tamatonga and Talatonga go now? Because they are part of the family. Are they also gonna join Roman Reigns' bloodline? Or are they gonna just stay on SmackDown as their own entity and have nothing to do with the family, which doesn't make sense if they go that way because he just said that the elders called them and they left and they're leaving Solo because of it. So if they're following the family, it only would make sense for them to be going with Roman Reigns. Now, I know, guys, it would be a lot of guys for one faction. But I think we need to put the entire bloodline together. We don't need to put them all together on one show, but we need to put them all together and then let's see how it plays out. You know, they're four deep Roman Reigns' crew right now. Add Solo, add the two Tongans. Let them be seven deep. And for crying out loud, give us Rakishi or any OG in the family that wants to be part of the company still, that is a legend with a name, to be the manager. Bro, bring back managers. Managers are awesome. No, Ghost, not tonguing. Tonguing. They're they're badass Samoans. That's who they are, Ghost. They're real badass dudes. And that's I know we got Zilla coming through. Does he join Roman or does he join Solo? Zilla is Jacob Fatu's brother. I think it only would make sense for him to go Roman's way. They gave us the Jacob Fatu was unhappy there in the beginning, but not anymore. Jacob looks like he's starting to get real comfortable being Roman Reigns' heavy. He got his own Ulafala now. And on top of that, Solo does not have the numbers to go against Roman Reigns. Solo can't take on Roman Reigns one-on-one. He can't beat Jacob one-on-one. So it won't, it really doesn't sell the story of urgency. But what would sell the story is put Solo back with them unhappy. Like every chance he could, let him let him be making like funny faces behind Roman's back when they're doing, when they're all doing the acknowledge thing. You could have him letting the audience know, making certain faces, just until, letting everybody know, hey, this may be right now, but Solo with them will not last forever. It's an easy fix. Let me see. Tyler had breaking news on MLW that Cruel is back, and he will be. Not only is Cruel back, Tyler, he will be tagging with the Good Brothers and Shotzi to take on Contra. Actually, I might still have the picture. Let me see if I sent myself that picture. I meant to send it earlier when I saw it. Let me see if I did it. Let's see. Come on, wrestling. All right, load. Let's see by the time the son of a bitch loads up. All right, we're gonna see if we got the picture because it was a pretty dope picture of them all together. They had like a matching shirt and everything on. All right, let's see what do we got. This damn thing don't want to work sometime. Of course we're live. It don't want to work. If I wasn't live, it'd be working perfectly. All right, here we go. Let's see. Did I save that picture? Of course not. All right. Let me see if I could just grab it off of this real quick. Go to MLW. They may have it. Or maybe my phone will have no service at the moment. All right, we'll circle back to that. Zilla was recently spotted at WWE Performance Center in Orlando, where sources say he was going through standard medical and administrative checks to get ready for his official WWE contract. Now, if Zilla, not if, it's more like when at this point, comes to WWE, I don't know if he's gonna. I think it's gonna happen SummerSlam. SummerSlam is the big payoff. That's their big show. That's the show you really want to, have somebody like that debuted on. What up, Lynette? How are we tonight? Did Blake Monroe really debut? You damn right she did. Blake Monroe made her big debut tonight by whooping Julia's ass after the match. And to me, I think this was wasted to do tonight. I think because of where they were is why they went this angle. But they had already let everybody know, hey, Blake Monroe has left NXT. We all knew that for the main roster. And we were aware that she was going to SmackDown over Raw. So that wasn't a big secret either. And knowing that that wasn't a big secret, why not have her debut in a bigger circumstance? Put her in a top position for when she debuts. Julia does not have any belt right now. That doesn't do Blake Monroe anything right now. She needed to be going after somebody with a title. Or interfering and say, I don't know, the Queen of the Ring? What a better way to bring somebody into the company on the main roster than putting them in a oh shit moment where everybody's like, oh shit, Blake Monroe just came out of nowhere. And then we're all talking about it. By tomorrow start time, Night of Champions, no one's going to be talking about Blake Monroe debuting tonight because it wasn't memorable. They really dropped the ball on a great talent. I like how Chelsea Green helped Alexa Bliss and Tiffany Stratton. I see a 6-woman tag team match at Night of Champions. Well, the reason we won't be getting that, I think, is because, if I'm correct, Tiffy is defending her title versus Jade at Night of Champions. I may be wrong. I have the card in front of me. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure for sure. Let's see. Night of Champions. And don't worry, Nasty. I'll hit your 8. We're gonna hit some AEW stuff afterwards. So yeah, I got my AEW's sheet for the matches. We'll hit AEW also before tonight's over. Just not right now, which is why I'm not which is why I'm not answering you on any of the AEW stuff right now. Tyler said, I think they're going to keep putting Zilla with Roman and Jacob Fatu. That's what I think too, Tyler, because knowing that Zilla is Jacob's brother, it makes the most sense. The only way I would see Zilla going with Solo is if Jacob was going to betray Roman and go with Solo. You know what I mean? And then they were going to start their new faction, with just Solo, Jacob, and Zilla. But I don't know. I don't really think they're gonna go that route. The fans are loving Roman and Jacob Fatu together. Now add Zilla to that mix. Woo! I'm loving it. Maria May or Blake Monroe? Blake is a dude's name. What the F? Hey, she can't use her AEW name. She obviously didn't own it. Damn, that's the iPhone 17? Yes, sir. Ah, there's the question of the night right there. Are you going live at 1 p.m. today for Night of Champions? You're damn right, baby. We will be going live for Night of Champions. I might be half asleep, but we will be live. Hunter, seeing you reminds me if I go crazy in the chat, will you still call me soup? Hey, Nasty. Kryptonite? Yeah, I know the song. I know the song. Come on now. Hunter, I tried to watch SmackDown for a while. Trust me, I really tried, but I just couldn't anymore. After the Sami Zayn and Trick Williams and the Gingerbread Man, hey man, I get it, man. I know SmackDown really hasn't been delivering, and it's more of who is on SmackDown, why I haven't completely given up on it. And that Monday Night Raw has been pretty good. I would, but if I was trying to get someone who loved AEW to watch a WWE product, SmackDown wouldn't be where I'd tell you to go. I'd tell you watch Monday Night Raw instead. It's way more interesting with Roman Reigns there when he's on screen with his crew than what they're doing on SmackDown. Yeah, so other than Blake Monroe debuting tonight, which we're never going to talk about again after tonight, Solo losing the MFTs is the biggest thing to come out of SmackDown tonight. That was the biggest thing. And because there really was not much to finish up on SmackDown, you had the one thing I did not want to see from the beginning of this fucking angle. I was like, please, WWE, whatever you do not give me Cody versus Sami Zayn versus Gunther. I do not give a shit. I do not want to see it. Cody versus Gunther, one-on-one, I can go with that. Do not put Sammy in the middle of this. Especially, let's be honest, who thinks Sami Zayn is walking out champion tomorrow night? I'm sorry, tomorrow afternoon, technically. Not a freaking chance. He doesn't belong in the story. And it's just making it stupid. So if I bitch and whine, do I get a world title shot? Shit. Will Wrestling said Tiffy is dropping the belt so they can do Charlotte versus Jade at SummerSlam. You know, I could see that happen in Will Wrestling. Or, hear me out. What if Tiffy doesn't drop the belt? Charlotte comes out and costs Jade the match. Now we got two options. Now for SummerSlam, we can do a three-way with Tiffy versus Jade versus Charlotte, which to me would be a bigger match. Three girls that do not like each other, and there's a belt on the line. Okay, yo, we got a match. And we got a match that we haven't seen yet. So it works. Or they can drop the ball and make it be Charlotte versus Jade one-on-one and push Blake Monroe maybe up to fight Tiffy for the US title at SummerSlam, which probably wouldn't even make it to SummerSlam. Actually, I'm sorry. They would probably have her fight Blake Monroe on SmackDown before SummerSlam. Knowing the way the booking's been going over there. But to me, that's the bigger match. Jade versus Tiffy versus Charlotte. And you know what? I'd get even crazier. I'd put that bitch up on top and make it a ladder match. Three-way women's ladder match for the US title. If that does not scream, I want to see it. Come on. I will respectfully check out while you're talking about the Fed. I will be back for the AEW chat. Tell them the AEW is awful. If you compare every single aspect of each company, WWE wins hands down. Big facts. Roman said, not me. All right. Roman, what is the not me for? So I know precisely since I'm behind. Sammy is beloved in Saudi. He speaks the language. Well, if they love him in Saudi, by all means, dear Saudi, please keep him. They love him that much, they can keep him. Listen, if I took Sami Zayn, put a cup on him, and sat his ass down anywhere in New York outside on the street, you would walk by this man and put a quarter in his cup because you think he's homeless. That is not going to be my world champion. Well, good point. There he is, my Cowboys brother. What up, Chappelle? Too sweet. How we doing tonight, Chappelle? Hey, Nasty, what do you expect? If you're going to throw WWE hate, you got to expect to get some AEW hate back. D was being nice. He wasn't going to bother you, AEW. Hey, Bulldog Rick, what up, my brother? How you feeling tonight? It's been a bad day. Ah, man, I hate when you damn it. I hate when you say it's a bad day. The Bulldog is in the house. Man, I'm so sorry to hear. That is a bad day of health, man. I hate to hear that, Bulldog Rick. I hope you're feeling a little better at least by at right now maybe. But shit, we're gonna do our best to make you forget about it for a little while, even if it's just for a little while. We're gonna try to get you to forget about it. The Sammy thing. So, Roman, are you? I'm sorry, brother. Are you saying you want Sami Zayn part of this match, or you don't want him in it? Oh, good. Oh, so you agree with me then? You don't want Sami Zayn part of it. Very good. Very good. Be respectful here. Hit that like button. Only positive vibes, or we will clap your ass back to the Stone Age. Hey, nasty. You can't start with the Fed hate and then not expect my man D, my Brody, to come back with some AEW hate. Come on. You asking for it. You remind me of this kid when I was young and was yapping, got cranked in the mouth. Why'd you hit me? Because you were talking shit. And he was still dumbfounded. But I still don't get, why did you hit me? Because you were talking shit. But listen, we love all wrestling. At the end of the day, there's no actual real hate for either side. But there is some real hate for who runs both of these companies. I like MJF and another wrestling AEW. I guess their storytelling kills it for me. There is no rhythm or reason to most of their match. That's exactly what it is for me too, D. If if we took a better writing team for AEW, man, would we have some great TV? They would absolutely give WWE a run for their money if if they could book better. Little my brother. Hey Hunter, I'm not trying to listen. There you go. There's the attitude, Tyler. Shit, I watch it all, man. I watch WWE, MLW, AEW, New Japan, Ring of Honor, and I that's NXT. I forgot to NXT and TNA. If that's not enough already. Let's give Sammy a reality check. He can't run with Rhodes, Gunther, and Oos. The man looks like he's homeless. Sami Zayn needs a whole makeover. I want to see Sami Zayn with a whole brand new makeover. I would rather see him as an honorary Oos at this point. Yo, CP, what up, brother? Too sweet. Yeah, I'm afraid so. We were actually just finished. We're just finishing up SmackDown. CP, what was there anything specific about SmackDown you wanted to ask or talk about? Well, while we're still on SmackDown. JCW got some new rules for the champ, LOL. So I don't really watch JCW. I did enjoy that one show, but then I tried giving it some more watches afterwards, and Vince Russo gotta go. Either he needs to leave or accept that either you write for the show or you're on the show. Don't do both. Yep, they were 362 days out of the year. It's a fact. They only get like 3 days off a year unless injured. Bro, there is no harder schedule than wrestling. You know, everybody else has off seasons. The wrestling machine goes all year around. It is so crazy. Nancy said, I can agree with you for once, D. I still can't figure out why we got this 12-man clusterfuck at Forbidden Door. I'll never understand that either. They literally like gave you the match already. 12 men in a cage at that. And that's way too many people to put in a freaking cage. Swear to God, Hunter, he's always on my screen. Right now. Ghost, good night, my brother. Thank you for coming through as always. That is the Tuesday night co-host. He will be with me this Tuesday night, where we will let you guys, girls, cats, and dogs know what we thought of the new Supergirl movie, as well as a members giveaway will be going down this Tuesday night over on the other channel. So make sure you come through this Tuesday night. And if you haven't become a member yet over there, you definitely want to become a member. Get some goodies. We doing giveaways every month. Ghost, I'll see you tomorrow, brother. Too sweet. All right. I want to finish. We're going to finish up SmackDown right now with CP. The ending was great. It was pre-taped, but I thought it was pretty solid episode overall. God bless you that you enjoyed it that much. I wish I could have enjoyed it that much, CP. I'm looking forward to Night of Champions and all the other wrestling over the weekend. Yeah, I'm absolutely excited about all the shows that are going to be this weekend. And I am happy that most of them are crammed on Sunday. It's my day off, so I can just relax. Which reminds me, just to remind everybody, we will be live 1 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow for Night of Champions. So if you're gonna watch Night of Champions, we gonna be there talking shit and hanging out. Man, so the ending to SmackDown tonight was solid. I will give you that because that was cool. You had Cody, Gunther, and Sammy in the ring fighting with each other, amping the big three-way matchup, of course. And then next thing you know, Jay Uso's music hits, and my man Jay Uso comes out. He's yeeting, he's shooting warning shots at mother effers. And the best part is, this man has not won the King of the Ring yet. And the man standing in front of him from getting that win at King of the Ring is the ruler, Oba, the monster, Mr. Undefeated Oba. So to then have them start, fighting with each other, and then Oba comes out but doesn't get involved, That was great writing right there. They made that played out great. That was a beautiful segment to end the show on, especially knowing it's the last show before the pay-per-view tomorrow. Sorry, I'm not calling it PLEs. We called it pay-per-views in my time, so it's pay-per-views. Still. Yeet. And it worked. It was a good send-off. Now the rest of the show I wasn't crazy about. You know, the solo segment, fantastic. That gave us information we needed to know because we knew that there was going to be a problem. Tama Tonga told Solo that Roman Reigns problem ain't our problem. We're not dealing with that shit. Solo, that's your family shit to handle, not ours. Either we're here to run SmackDown and win gold, or we out. And that's exactly what happened to Solo. The MFTs left him. And now Solo is Dolo. Yo, Graham the Man in the building. What up, Graham the Man? Yes, sir, Graham. I am back from my trip. So we are back at it. How are we tonight, Graham? Hey, what up, Lucas? What up, Lucas? Too sweet. Give me some What would you like, Dizzle? Joe Dizzle, get out of here. Romance. I'm not sure how I can watch them all live on Sunday. No. You'd have to be pirating the streams to watch them all. And like maybe like if you have an internet TV or maybe you got one. Oh, all right. So you got one on the TV, one on a laptop, one on your iPhone. That's how you're gonna watch all three. If you wanted to do it all at once, but yeah, that's such a waste. I would watch them in the order you want to see them the most in, or whatever the hardest one for you to watch to get to watch that one first and then go about it maybe that way. Because I'm thinking I might save AEW last because I think AEW is going to be the best out of the three. So I might save them for last or second. I'll probably watch NXT first. Maybe NXT and I'm either gonna go NXT TNA or TNA NXT with and then AEW. Because if we're matching talent up, I'm just looking at it through talent, not through the matches, not through the writing, just through talent for those three shows. AEW's got way more talent that are bigger names than TNA and NXT, which they should. NXT is an upcoming is a system that WWE uses to teach you how to become a wrestler to be on TV. How to before you go to the main roster, you go to NXT. So AEW and TNA should be ahead of them. But TNA isn't ahead of NXT. but they still do have some good guys over there. You know, the TNA is gonna have a 4-way ladder match. That's gonna be a great match. The women's tag match will be good also. I'm not sure after that how many more matches I would want to watch, but you know, they do have a working relationship with WWE. So you never know who could appear or not appear. You know, you just got to watch and see with TNA. I'll be live at 5 p.m. if anybody wants to come through. No, Joe Dizzle, you mean you'll be live 11 p.m. 10:15 p.m. with me in area. which would be 7:15 p.m. for you. So Dizzle, you'll be live 7:15 p.m. watching Selena the OG. Ooh, yo, that is OG. Changing gears, I've been told two things I don't believe are true. One, Liv Morgan is pregnant. No, that ain't true. And the actress playing Supergirl has been saying negative things about the movie before the release. I don't know about that. I feel like that would be around and out there a lot more, but I don't think I don't think either are true. Hey, that's why they call them rumors, right? Tyler said, I heard rumors that WWE NXT pay per view will be on free cable TV, not the CW network app. Okay. Well, that's good. So that makes it even easier. So everybody could watch it without having a problem. Yo, Eagles, what up, my brother? Hey, one of my favorite Eagles fans, and trust me, I could count all the people that love the Eagles that I actually like in life on one hand. Two sweet Eagles. I see new mods. Welcome all. I'm I am both. Yep. Anybody? If anybody doesn't know Bulldog Rick, that's Bulldog Rick. No relation to Bulldog. They're separate Bulldogs, which is awesome. I got a Bulldog on. I got a Bulldog on both channels. Ooh, Jimmy Jacob, Brock Solo, or LA Knight. Who interferes with Oba versus Jay? Now, we need it to be Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar needs to be the one who does it because if Brock Lesnar does not interfere, we do not get part 3 Oba versus Brock at SummerSlam. Because if the bloodline interferes and Brock is nowhere to be seen, I don't think that works because then wouldn't Oba be looking to fight the bloodline at SummerSlam then? You just cost this man a world title match. Because whoever wins King of the Ring gets to choose their champion to fight at SummerSlam main event. So But I think it's pretty safe to say, though, Jey Uso's going over. I don't think they want to put Oba in a spot for the world title unless they're putting the world title on him. Because that would just kill the whole build-up of the guy. We're just going to build Oba up to just make him shit the bed when it comes time for the world title. LA Knight. LA Knight's gonna be, maybe they all let's what if they all interfere? I could see LA Knight coming out to help Oba. Maybe first the bloodline comes out. Jimmy comes out, and then LA Knight comes out, and then they end up fighting and going there, leaving. And then, boom, Brock Lesnar comes out. F5 match over. But all I know is Jey Uso needs to win King of the Ring, and Oba needs to go to SummerSlam to fight Brock Lesnar. They can't leave us tied 1-1. That's just bullshit. Plus, this has been a year in the making for SummerSlam in Minnesota, Brock Lesnar's hometown, where Brock Lesnar is supposed to legitimately retire this time. Where he was really supposed to retire. So I don't think the plans have changed. The only thing that we've seen plans change is who Brock Lesnar was fighting. The plan was Gunther was going to retire Brock Lesnar, which is why they've been having Gunther retire all the legends. John Cena, AJ Styles, Goldberg. It made more sense to do that with Gunther, what they were doing. So as far as what I'm seeing and reading, the only pivot was that it wouldn't be Brock and Gunther. That now it's looking like Oba and Gunther. I'm good just listening while I clean up. I got the package, and thank you, especially for the Hot Wheels. I got you, brother. I'm happy you enjoyed the giveaway. Hey, if you want to come up Tuesday night and show it, by all means, you're always welcome to. And if you don't want it, that's fine too. Shit. But I am happy that you enjoyed the giveaway. I thought the Hot Wheels was a nice touch. A little extra pizzazz. But I'm glad that everybody that did win the giveaways loved it so far. Because I know Ariel loved it, I know RG loved it, and I know you loved it now, which is awesome. To hear that all three of you guys loved it. CP said I'm taking Jay for the win over Oba with interference by Brock. He defeats Cody at SummerSlam and will be on the same level as Roman. Sure, it makes the Gunther storyline irrelevant, but so you think Jey Uso is gonna beat Cody for the belt? Okay. Hey, Jey Uso is a huge fan favorite backstage. Also, Ringside Collectible, That's their favorite wrestler. So if you ever wonder why why you see so many Jey Uso figures getting dropped, that's why. Because it's the owner's favorite wrestler. Coco Melon. So you were talking about Obo when you said Coco Melon. Joe Dizzle? Cody became boring and his title run has become stale. It's time for the gold to change hands. Hey, I completely get it, CP. But the only problem with that is before they put that belt that Cody has on somebody else, can they do Cody's schedule? And I don't mean the schedule that you see on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. I mean the schedule that we don't see. All the interviews, all the morning shows. This one, that one, this one. You got to be here, you got to be there. There is so much shit you got to do as world champion for the company that is not in the ring on Mondays or Fridays. That not anybody could do it. I watched something with William Regal last week where he was asked why he never wanted to, never had a world title run. And he simply said, because I did not want to. I did not want to be world champion. Everything that comes along with it being world champion, besides actually wrestling for the belt part, I did not want to do. It was too much for me. I knew it was too much for me. And I could respect that, because as a fan, we're just looking at the wrestling part. But if we look at the whole picture, man, a lot goes into being a world champion. And on top of that, Cody's great for this. And he's the number 2 biggest merch seller right now. For them to probably take the belt off of Cody, they're gonna want to see merch sales. They're all about the cash right now. Hey Hunter, this is my other account. Oh, I got you, Tyler. This is the OG Tyler account. Hey Tyler, make sure you also hit that like button on the live with this account too. Double the like, double the fun. Will Wrestling said NXT is on free TV, so I'm watching that first. So that's what I'm talking about. Same. NXT will be what I'm gonna watch first. Then I'm gonna watch TNA. And then I'm gonna end the night with a beautiful piece of cake from the Olive Garden and watch some AEW. Jumpin' Jeff Farmer, welcome to the live. Too sweet. He said MLW and AAA have had my attention lately. Hey, I love to hear that. MLW and AAA done the same for me. I didn't give a shit about AAA. Now, I watch AAA every weekend. I don't watch it when it's live because someone I consider a brother has a live every Saturday night, which if you guys like sneakers, come by his channel, Area 13. So when AAA goes live, I'm over on his channel live. So I watch the replay though always of AAA when I get off. And you got to really have my interest for me to watch a replay at this point. And MLW, man, I love the roster. You know, you don't gotta have a full. I don't. You don't gotta love everybody on a roster. But when your world champ is Killer Cross, who is truly for the people, you know, when your world champion showing me love, oh yeah, I'm locked in. And not only that, you know, the Good Brothers. That's my team right there. Matt Riddle is great talent. Austin Aries just won the belt. I forgot what they call that belt that he won, but just to see Austin Aries is still wrestling and it only for MLW, I'm all in. The Skyscrapers with Dijak and Baron Corbin. I'm sorry, guys, I don't know the MLW names for them, so I still call them by the WWE names. But I love that tag team as this called the Skyscrapers. Baron Corbin and Dijak, two tall dudes that can really wrestle. They got a great name. It works. It really works. MLW is hitting on all cylinders. You know, and that's where I would tell a person to go watch. If you're not a huge wrestling fan and you want to just start getting into it, I would have you start with MLW because I really think that if you're not crazy about MLW, you may not want to keep going. See, and this is what I was saying about Killer Cross being for the people. What's that say right there? The real Killer Cross has just mentioned you in his stories. Shout out to my world champion, Killer Cross. You know what I mean? Like, yo, not every these wrestlers out there are not showing you love the way some of them show love to the fans. Killer Cross and the Good Brothers, I'm gonna show them love and support every time I'm live. There is nobody that is on that level of wrestling that is showing fans love like these guys are. Graham, go to bed. Hey, hey, Graham, I do take that a little personal, all right? So what if I'm a vampire? Ancient Mexican secret. You guys, something else. I'm trying, but some days I just want to say F it. Tired of being sick, worn out, and yep, but it's life. Live or die, I fight to my last breath. You damn right, Bulldog Rick. Hey, and what do we always say, Bulldog? To cancer? Fuck cancer. Fuck cancer. I can't wait for Jelly Roll to become champ. Hey, if Jelly Roll becomes a world champion, A, it would have to be for JCW. B, Vince Russo would be the one to write him in as world champion. And C, man, would I laugh my ass off. But I promise you, Joe Dizzle, let Vince Russo have the say on a world champion with and you will get your wish with Jelly Roll. Hey, what up, Frankie Gomez? Welcome to Sweet. I just can't wait that Five Nights at Freddy 3. They said that they have a new writer, and Ulrich and Matthew Lillard will be the most film in the movie. I don't know if Vanessa will wear a vanity suit. Hey, Frankie, if you love movies like that, man, make sure you check out my other channel. It's literally what we do over there is talk movies and show cool shit. Come on, Hunter. Oba is not undefeated. Brock beat him his last match they had. All right, so that, but that's like a bullshit beat. Oba Oba's 1-1 though right now with Brock. Like I don't consider that a loss yet until he's tied with Brock, but nobody else on the main roster has even come close to beating Oba. And as long as he stays tied with Brock, I consider him still undefeated. I'm a Bears fan. Go Bears. It's a Bears down. Hey, since you're a Bears fan, you would like you should like that guy in TNA right now that has one of the tag titles. His gimmick is he's a bear. He's actually pretty freaking good too. Big guy. Kind of reminds me of a big Brunson a little bit. CPs and Joe Dizzle, there'll be a triple threat between Jelly Roll, Little Yachi, and Bad Bunny at Survivor Series. Oh man. Frankie said it's like 2023 all over again. Brock Lesnar, Cody Rhodes. Now it's over Femi, Brock Lesnar. Yeah, but at least with Oba though and Brock, it's two guys that are big monsters that are believable to fight each other. The only problem with this fight is if Oba goes over Brock Lesnar, right? Then who do you have to fight Oba afterwards that can be considered an actual threat and win? Besides, Roman Reigns, yeah, but past Roman Reigns, we got nobody. Because that was the big issue with Brock Lesnar. That, hey, we had nobody that could beat Brock Lesnar, making it look real and legitimate. And making so if Oba is the one to silence Brock Lesnar, what more do you do? He's gotta go after the world title. Anything other than going after the world title after winning his 1-1 match with Brock Lesnar wouldn't work. That would kill him. That would kill the momentum. He'll put them all in a battle royal, then top fighter. Then yep, top winner fights Rhodes. My ass retire. Hey, Brock Brock is supposed to retire after SummerSlam. That was that's been in a year in the making for that. Now, because he's Brock Lesnar, shit, he can change his mind the day before. You never know. I think when Brock starts, because Brock has fun doing this. So I think it's more of when he's out of the loop, I want to retire, I want to retire. And then when he comes in to do the dates he's got, and it's not just like a one off that they got him doing maybe like 3 weeks in a row and then he'll be off for 2 months. He ends up having fun those 3 weeks, and it's like, I don't want to go anymore. Will Russell said Bad Bunny would win easily. Oh boy. Brock is going to kick ass. Brock is leaving because his daughter is coming to WWE soon. Brock wants his daughter to make her down and not follow on her coattails. Well, actually, though, the real issue though, Brock is supposed to retire is his stomach. He's been having a lot of problems with I don't know what you call that Brock has, but that's what's actually leading to Brock retiring. Unfortunately, it's a health thing. But you know what though, he can always come back. How many wrestlers have retired and came back for one-offs? Tyler, that is true. NXT Great American Bash is free on TV on the C-Dub. Damn right. So make sure you guys, girls, cats, and dogs, start off with NXT Sunday. It's free. Tell them, Bulldog, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Support is free 99. Hey, what up, Xavier? Too sweet. Yo, brother, who's better out of these 10? All right, so who's better out of these 10? Hulk Hogan, Big Show, Andre the Giant, Edge, Rock, Cena, Gunther, Rey Mysterio, Jimmy Uso, and Jake the Snake. All right, so out of those 10, Xavier, we're back down. We're down to 3: Hulk, Big Show, and Andre. Now, if you're talking overall strength, selling merch, prime time, depending on what you're looking for, Hulk. Hulk Hogan is probably the biggest to ever do it. Bro, this man, without Hulk Hogan, we don't have WrestleMania. We don't have somewhere for all the rest of those guys on that list to go to. Big Show and Andre are huge, literally huge, but they're a real big deal. But nobody was as big as Hulk. Man, Hulk was so big in what was it, the 70s and 80s? And then he reinvented himself in WCW when he went heel for the first time ever and was huge again. Like, whether you like Hulk or you don't, you cannot deny how big of an icon this guy is. You don't have to like Hulk Hogan. I know there's been, this controversial shit that happened with him. Even though, private conversations behind closed doors should be nobody's business. and the guy's not here anymore to defend himself. Now, don't get me wrong. If I truly thought Hulk was a racist, I would never even mention his name out loud. I truly don't feel that that's that he is. He clearly showed me that he has friends in the business of all different races. But Hulk's got to be the biggest one. Like Hulk did it on a level that very, people just don't get to. Hey, Bulldog Rick, have a good night, brother. Hope you're feeling a little better at least. And Bulldog Rick, you know what we always say? Fuck cancer. CP said, great point about Cody's schedule, but also makes sense for him to lose the title. His acting career, his podcast, and he does every house show. Give the guy a break and turn him heel. Well, podcast, that's his extra shit. But he does do, you would expect the guy to want to, that he could use a break. That's for shit sure. But that's the bad part about if you're gonna be that guy, that's the schedule you're looking at. So I don't know how many guys they have that can do the schedule. I'm not like I said, I'm not worried about the shows, the wrestling part of it. Yeah, we got plenty of guys we can put the belt on that can do the wrestling part of it. But I don't know how many people that would want to go after, say, being on a Monday Night Raw, house shows during the week, Friday Night SmackDown. Then that weekend, you got to defend the belt on a pay-per-view. And then instead of sleeping the next day, you got to be at Good Morning America at 5 in the morning. After you just closed up a show that finished at 11 o'clock at night in another state, then now you got to jump on a plane and fly to another state to do Good Day in America in the morning or whatever talk show or show. It's a lot. And there's not a lot of guys that can do that schedule and not get burnt out. That damn olive. Hey, you can't go wrong. The breadsticks and the salad. Delicious. I think every other wrestling show this weekend will be better than Night of Champions. I don't know. I wouldn't go that far. I don't think TNA and NXT is going to be better. I hope at the end that if TNA ends up being the best show I watch all weekend, I'll be shocked, but I'll be proud. But man, it all depends on what they do with Night of Champions. Like, do they shit the bed, or do we put on a blockbuster show? You know what I mean? And it sucks because it's the first show of the weekend. So technically we have 4 wrestling pay-per-views and 2 wrestling shows just over the weekend. So we really need Night of Champions to hit a home run. it's game one of the playoffs. Like, you got to come out swinging. Just like my Knicks did game one of the playoffs when they whooped on the Spurs. Game one is important. It sets the tone going forward. Damn Olive Garden, man. Joe Dizzle, come on. What? No love for the Olive Garden? Will Wrestling said, I agree with CP minus the collision. I'm just recently getting back into AEW, but I keep hearing how good it's been lately, and I've been enjoying it so far. Yeah, so the only thing AEW is not doing right is the storytelling. If AEW starts getting better creative to put these guys in more of a storytelling part, we can get the Monday Night Wars again. And that's good for all of fans. Because you want both companies going all out every show, balls to the wall, trying to outbeat the other. Because when that shit happens, we all win. Because then we know that we're going to get the best out of both promotions, and it's the best time to be a fan again. I love you, my brother. Have a good night, Bulldog Rick. Feel better, brother. Fuck cancer. Man, AEW pay-per-views are like 5 hours long. But they do deliver on all levels with the in-ring action. 100%. Speaking of that, let's catch up with the comment and let's go over AEW Forbidden Door. I got the match card. And since I won't be live at all Sunday, I want to make sure we talk about some of the matches that are going to happen. Let me just scroll down, make sure. Hey, what up, the Irish Psychopath is in the building. What up, Rob? Too sweet. Let me see if I got 3 Hulk dolls still in the original boxes, dated back from the late 70s, early 80s right now. Woo! They are banking big right now. I actually met Hulk in person. That's even more awesome. Did you enjoy meeting him, Bulldog? D said, wow, we talked wrestling for an hour and a half already, and nobody came in here plugging some bull. Right? I'm not gonna say no names, but you notice the people who do that shit, D, haven't been around yet tonight. Just saying. Just saying that what happened, you see when the right people are around, that flow of wrestling keeps going. Real nice. Divert. Graham, I'm not sure what you're saying. Divert culties? Oh, divert difficulties? CP said Royce Keys of Braun Strowman versus Oba. So, listen, if I was writing for WWE before Oba came anywhere near Brock Lesnar, he would have main evented a pay-per-view versus Braun Strowman. Then him and Royce Keys would have one of the biggest, baddest matches with the both of them slugging it out. Where the trick is with those two, Oba's got to win, but Royce Keys can't lose because you need both of them. You know what I mean? You got to keep them both red hot and keep them both at I'm a monster, you can't mess with me level. But Oba would have had to go through a few big dudes like that before I even let him look in Brock Lesnar's corner. You know, let him take out. You know, I would even have him after he does Braun Strowman and Royce Keys. I'd have Drew Galloway come back. And have Drew just let Drew be that close to winning, but doesn't win. And then after Drew gets beat, now Oba cuts a promo where nobody could beat me. Everybody's afraid of me. I'm the ruler, blah, blah, blah. Lights go off, lights go on. Oba's laid out, and Brock Lesnar's in the ring laughing at him. Bam. Now we got a badass story. We got something that means a lot more. Because right now, what they're giving us is hey, Oba's a big dude, so and Brock's a big dude, so they're gonna fight, and that's that. They're not making us truly feel it like, yo, yeah, it's cool that we got Oba versus Brock. But when this is done, ask me 6 months after it's over if anybody gives a shit. Where if they made Oba go through some monsters working his way up, that would make him versus Brock Lesnar now the match where we would not want to miss it. And no matter win, lose, or tie, 6 months afterwards, we still gonna remember it and talk about it. Yo, money! Yo, we got money fresh in the building. What's good, Brody? Two. Sweet! How we doing tonight, money? Yo, make sure y'all tap in with my brother Money Fresh. Hit him up on IG, man. Yo, Money got you covered. He is the sponsor for the channel, for both channels. That's Money Fresh Clothing, LLC. Hit him up on IG for now. Soon he's gonna let you know. A lot of good things are in the works. Gonna have some sites open real soon. But even while he's doing everything, you can still get all your goodies. Just hit him up on IG. And for being a member of the channel, use code Wolfpack, and you guys are gonna get 10% off at not once, but every time you place an order with Money Fresh Clothing, you use code Wolfpack, you're going to get 10% off your entire purchase. And he's got everything, guys. We're talking shirts, posters, keychains, watches, shoes. Like I can keep this going and going and going. And he ain't on that Travis Scott bullshit. Shipping's quick, it's fast, Bro, he throws in a shitload of stickers that are badass. The packaging's next level. Man, if you guys aren't tapping in with Money Fresh, man, I promise you are missing out. And I will never, ever tell you guys to give somebody a try that I myself do not buy from. Bro, when I buy my badass t-shirts, I go to Money. The price is right. The quality's beautiful. I'm a happy customer. And one of the coolest things he does also is he does these mystery boxes. Now, and if you're curious about the mystery box at all, you can go to my other channel where I did 2 mystery boxes on my other channel for Money. We did a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles mystery box, and we did a Batman mystery box. So what the deal is? So he doubles the value. So if you do like $100 mystery box, you're getting $200 worth of cool shit. And man, I'm not a big mystery box. I hated watching all these mystery boxes. They were all so like not worth it, rip off. Until I met Money. I gave it a try and I was so happy with the first one that I came back and did another one a few weeks later. Man, it was so cool. You know, three-dimensional posters in it, comic books in it. Shit, I even have one of the things from the mystery box. My little video game controller. It's got 400 games on this bad boy. Let's see if we got anything else nearby. You know, I got a basketball hoop up on my door that I got that's badass. Like, just so much cool shit, man. So make sure, guys, you would tap in with Money Fresh Clothing LLC on Instagram. And if by some weird chance you can't get a hold of him, you know, let me know that you're trying to get a hold of him. You could let Ghost know. Man, we will put you on. We'll let him know. And I promise you, you will be happy as a mother effer if you do it. And like I said, I will never ever tell you guys that you should give somebody a try that I myself do not. See, that's the difference when you come on YouTube and you see a lot of these channels. That's the big difference. A lot of these channels are telling you to give people a try that they do not spend their own cash with. And in truth, they're only telling you to give them a try because they're making a profit. So wait, before we get a hater that says, "Well, Hunter, you said he's the sponsor of the channel. That's why you're telling us to." Yes, he is the sponsor, but I do not make nothing off of it. Every time you use that code Wolfpack, I do not make $1. That is for you guys to get money off, to make it cheaper for you guys. So that one was for the haters that didn't do their homework. So that just goes to show you that I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. And I always love to say, why pay more if you can pay less? True story. Everything's so much money nowadays. Why pay more? Makes no sense. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm not paying $75 for a freaking t-shirt. I'm not doing it. No effing way. All right, boys, girls, cats, and dogs. Hey, somebody tell Nasty he can come back now. I'll talk a little. We'll talk a little AEW. So nasty, you can come back now. You can. So we have AEW Forbidden Door, which honestly, AEW first. My first complaint is the name. Forbidden Door. I think the forbidden part has been broken, rated, and done with. Just give it a cool name and call it a day. The Forbidden Door pay-per-view, man, that shit was so cool when you had main talent scattered between 3 to 4 promotions that were coming together for one big show. Where now that's not that's not it. All the main guys are in AEW. Hey, what up, Mr. Bot? Welcome to the channel. Too sweet. Money said big facts. Yes, sir, brother. Romance said yep. CP said thanks, bro. Thank you. And D, thank you, brother, for putting my link up there. Tell you, if you guys have not already checked out the other channel, make sure you guys, if subscribe, go to the other channel also, especially if you guys like movies, collectibles, and all out seeing awesome cool shit every Tuesday night, baby. I promise you, there is no other spot. I will stand on this shit. There is nobody on YouTube on Tuesday night, period, showing cooler shit with a cooler group of people on the panel and in the chat than we have. I will stand on that. WWF or WCW, which one was better in your opinion? WWF. They won. So even if I truly didn't like them better, they were the better. But Stone Cold and Undertaker were my guys. Bret Hart, these were the goats. If WCW would have gotten Bret Hart as Bret Hart, boy, would have we got some gold out of that. And you know what, though? I get Bret Hart. I understand Bret was up. It's a lot to go through. Bret went through a lot. It just sucks that, he couldn't turn all that hatred and angriness into I'm going to outwork everybody and put on the best matches I've ever put on. D said WCW was better in the NWO days. WWE was better in the Attitude Era. D, I think that was beautifully put. That's right. For 83 weeks, WCW was better. They could not touch WCW for those 83 weeks. And the big problem for WCW was once WWF came back and started going, and was winning, Eric Bischoff's hands were tied. WCW didn't get truly beat by WWF. They got beat by AOL. AOL is the true WCW killer. They did not want wrestling. They came in and bought that, and right away told Eric Bischoff, you can't do this, you can't do that. And then to make it worse, they hired Vince Russo and gave, without realizing that, yeah, Vince Russo was unbelievable in WWF when he had Vince McMahon as a filter. Vince Russo with no filter, and you got an actor holding their world title at one point. You had another wrestler's mother on a flagpole or something. Oh man, it was just so bad. Raw Man said WWF is better, but WCW had the luchadors. Oh yeah. Yep. AOL. AOL shit the bed. Yeah, Hunter. If you meet Bret Hart again, have a COVID mask. But just don't sneeze on Bret again. Hey, I'm telling you, wait till the day comes when they do an interview with Bret, and he's like, top 10 worst fans I've ever met. And he says, yeah, I was in Jersey doing an autograph signing, and this guy just freaking sneezed on me. I'm praying for it. I'm praying it happens. Don't get me wrong. I was horrified when it happened and completely embarrassed. Fully embarrassed. But it happened. I can't take it back. So now I'm trying to ride it out. Why not? Come on, that shit would be epic. Yo, I'm number 7 on the list, baby. I swear, I have never seen someone look at me with that much hatred without saying a word. If looks could kill, Bret would have killed me. I didn't have a shot. I thought he was going to flip the table and put me in a sharpshooter. I think the only thing that actually saved me was when he did the slow motion look at his beautiful white tee, brand new, nice and crispy. That the white tee was fine. It wasn't one of those sneezes where I got gook or anything on him. Thank God. Thank you. Because I think if that would have happened, he would have slugged me or something. Because he just did the slow motion look at his shoulder and then just slowly looked up at me. And then when he locked in with me from like here, he stood with me that whole way till he got his head all the way up looking at me. Because remember, he's sitting down and I'm standing. And he didn't say a word. He just stared at me for like 3 minutes with no conversation, no nothing. And I'm just like horrified. And I'm like, Bret, I am so sorry, man. I did not mean to do that. And it wasn't like, it's all right, kid. No, none of that. He just kept staring at me like with the evilest look. It would have been epic if he would have put your ass in the shop. Right? Oh, man. I'm still shocked that I even got the autograph out of him. I'm surprised he wasn't like, give this kid back his money. I'm not signing shit. And I ended up getting 2. Shout out to my Brody Joe Dizzle. He got the Bret Hart autograph from that day. Brett was always pissed off all the time. So Raw man, just think of this. If Brett's always pissed off, think of how much more pissed off he was that day. And the worst part was he was actually in a pretty good mood until that happened. Man, I was done. I was done. You know, let me see if actually the picture if I got a picture with him like looking to kill. I don't think so. Yeah, like, look, you can see he doesn't want to take. He's like, look at Brett. He's like this mother effer. You can see in his face. He's just like, I'm gonna break this kid. Take the picture and get him out of here. Me, I was horrified. I don't think I spoke a word after I told him I was sorry 10 times. Probably why Canada tried sponsoring. You disrespected a Canadian. It all makes sense now. It all makes sense why Canada Dry isn't showing me love. They said, "You got to be kidding! You want us of all people? You you tried to take out the biggest icon to ever come out of Canada." Oh man! Oh, oh, too good, too good. Okay, so we got AEW Forbidden Door. Now, you guys are gonna have to help me out a little bit. I got I got I got the card in front of me. Let me show you guys what it looks like picture-wise for a minute. Now we'll start on the bottom and work our way through it. So AEW, for anybody who never watched AEW before the main show starts, they have the buy-in. Kenny doing another job. Man, I swear, D, if he doesn't win, ooh, I'm gonna be mad. I can't I cannot take him being Kenny the job cleaner. I need him to be Kenny the cleaner Omega, not Kenny the cleaning job. So for the buy-in match, which I really don't disagree with this being the buy-in match, to be honest. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna mess up a lot of the names for the AEW girls because I'm not that familiar with their names. But I know them by seeing them. I know who they are. I just don't know their names like that. But okay, so the Dominion. I'm hoping I'm getting that right. The Dominion is the AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. And I gotta say, I love these two girls as the tag champs. Bro, these two girls are monsters. Like height wise, I sit there wondering if they're tall, if these girls are taller than me or not, or as tall as me, and I'm 6'1". So you got AEW's The Dominion. These two girls that could be that they could be the female version of MLW's Skyscrapers, defending the women's world tag championships against Thunder Rosa and Olympia. Now, we have not seen Thunder Rosa supposedly for a little bit now. I know any AEW show, any of the big shows I watched recently, Thunder Rosa has not been there on any of them. And I want to say I've watched at least the last 4 AEW shows. So I'm happy to see that Thunder Rosa's back. I'm not really sure who Olympia is. I don't think she's obviously in the promotion that Thunder Rosa's in at the moment. Or at least that's my guess that they're coming over, the whole Forbidden Door bullshit. But I don't think a title match should be on a pre-show. By putting any title on the pre-show, to me that tells me that it's not prestige then. Like, and it's funny, which brings me back to a rule I have on my other channel. On my other channel, I have a rule with someone coming on to show something. And the rule is simple. If you're not passionate about what you want to show, then don't do it. Because if you don't give a shit about what you're showing, why should we then? And this match right away made me think of that rule that I have in place on my other channel. Because, hey, AEW, if you don't think that your women's tag titles are that important, that you can just let them be on the pre-show as a throwaway match, then why should any of us give a shit about the tag titles for the women? Why should we give a shit if AEW doesn't give a shit? And that's Kevin. And that's the message AEW sending me on that. Thunder Rosa was just in TNA, wasn't she? It was a little back more, a few months back that she was with TNA. Man, TNA is desperately needs new talent right now. They like bad. I don't know what they're doing or what they got to do, but they need some new talent like 3 weeks ago. Okay, so apparently that looks to be the only buy-in match I'm seeing. Everything else is saying Forbidden Door on the match card. Okay. So next to that on the match card, we have a tag team match. It's a three-way title. Sorry, no titles. Just a three-way tag match. We got coming out of AEW, the Young Bucks versus Sky Team coming out of C-Mill, which I'm not exactly sure who Sky Team is, but one of them does have a championship title. In C-Mill, I don't know what title, unfortunately, that is that he has, but and then on the other way, oh, the dragon from Los Ingobernables de Japón. It's him. I'm sorry, I don't know what he's going by these days, and unfortunately, my volume is right over their name. The volume button is right over their names when I took the picture. So I don't know what they're calling themselves, but that's the three-way tag match we can expect to most likely open up AEW Forbidden Door as the first match on the main card. Now, chances are Young Bucks are going to go over. I could I don't think it plays out any other way. Then we have now, like I said, I don't know what order they're gonna be in. I'm just going in order of what I'm looking at in front of me. We have another tag match for you. Now, this tag match is for the belts. We have Edge and Christian, who are the AEW Tag Team Champions, going against the Dogs. Fit Finley's kid and what the hell's that guy's name? Carl. These guys are on a hot streak right now. And just like I said with basketball, I think this, with my Knicks, momentum makes a difference. And the Dogs right now, even though I don't want them to win, I don't even want them to come. I don't want them to ever hold the belts. To be honest, I don't like them, but they have been on an unbelievable tag run right now, where no matter whoever stepped up, they knocked them down. Now you can best believe if Edge and Christian do not win, this will be it. What I've heard so far was when Edge drops the tag titles, he'll be leaving. Now, it could just be for a break. He could just be leaving to take a break for a while and then come right back. I don't know if it's a permanent leave or a temporary leave, but if Edge and Christian drop these belts, don't be surprised or upset if you don't see them for a little bit. Unless after the match, they do a whole thing where they let you know, hey, pay attention to us. we're not. This is it for us. We're retiring. So unless something like that happens, it could just be a break. David Finlay was offered a contract from NXT and AEW. Needless to say, the dude dodged a bullet. Not really, though. His brother and his father are in NXT working. So Finlay would have been great in NXT, actually. You know, they got out of the Finlay kids that they got the wrong one. He was the he's the one that NXT would have loved. He probably would be NXT World Champion right now if he would have went. But he's doing it his way, which is cool as shit, man. You got to respect it. Okay. Now, man, I'm hoping Edge and Christian go over, but the rumors are not looking good. I do not want to see Edge and Christian leave, nor do I want to see them drop the belts to these young punks. I really hope that we do not lose Edge and Christian. That would be a huge loss. Then we got the Owen Hart inaugural tournament with Mercedes Moné versus who's this one's name? Nasty, you're here. Who's the one that Mercedes Moné is fighting? What's her first name? It's something World. Yes, Edge vs MJF would be awesome. So we do not want Edge to leave. You know, I don't want to see Edge go back to WWE unless it's to do one run for a few months to a year and then retire forever. If he's not doing that, I would love for him to stay in AEW. I think AEW has been really good for Edge. Mayor World. Okay. We got Mercedes Moné, who is Sasha Banks, for anybody who's not sure, versus World. Man, listen, I don't care what Sasha Banks wants to call herself. She's phenomenal. I'm hoping she goes over. I don't really know much about who she's fighting. So I could not tell you if she could afford to lose. World Karen. Oh yeah, Dizzle. This is their version of like King of the Ring, right? Maya World's brother was killed a couple of weeks ago. Oh man, that's terrible. R.I.P. to her brother. Man, that sucks. You never want something like that to happen. But hey, if she's fighting Mercedes Moné at a pay per view, it's gonna be good because Mercedes Moné only has good matches with people, especially on big shows. She would have politicked the shit out of that if it wasn't going to be a good match. Mercedes Moné got some cakes on her. I I like where your eyes are at, Raw man. Literally. Now, D said, "You damn right, Raw man." Now, this to me, this is going to be one of my favorite matches of the night. John Moxley defends the Continental title versus the ROH World Champion Bandito. Now, I think that this should have been title for title. And I think this could have been a really fun story. Like, I would have loved to see Bandito's title be on the line where and John Moxley, of course I want to see Moxley go over Bandito. But instead of him keeping Bandito's title, I would love to see him take his Death Riders among each other, and the winner defends, takes the ROH World title and defends it as a Death Rider. I think that would have gave it a better storyline. And it gets Bandito out of that position because we need Bandito to be a full-time AEW roster member, not an ROH roster member. Bandito is good. He shouldn't be playing on the B team when he should be on the A team. He was struck by a car. He died. Oh my god, 25 years old. What a shame. I haven't seen Mercedes matches in a while. How's she been doing? She's just as good. She's even better than when she was Sasha Banks. Have you seen Bandito move? The 21 plex with Yo, Bandito is amazing. Absolutely, D. He's so underrated. On his podcast, Jim Cornette said the 21 plex looks like dogs humping. You know what though? I don't expect anything other than Jim Cornette to say that. Jim Cornette's the fucking man. Hey, it's not the best looking move. He's right. But it's effective. And Bandito, bro, just the way he looks when he comes out, the way his luchador mask is not like anybody else's, bro, Bandito is money. The boy could move. He's phenomenal. Damn right, Cornette's the GOAT. And we need to get that belt off of Bandito. But we can't take the belt off him where he looks weak. In other words, by somebody in ROH. If he lost the belt to Moxley, there's no shame in that. Which is why I think they should have made it title for title. This was a great opportunity, I think, they had to bring Bandito up a level. You know how there's not many times you can take a wrestler and have them lose and then lose the time and lose their belt, and they're going to be in a better position than they just were in. This is a golden opportunity they have with Banditos, and this is my problem with AEW. It's the writing. It's not the athletes. It's not the rest. The wrestling's phenomenal. The talent's great. It's it's the writing I can't do. It drives me up a wall. Bandito should not be in Ring of Honor. He should be in AEW all the time. CP, whichever one you want to go with. Bandito needs to be back in AAA. Man, I wouldn't mind if he was there either. He'd be phenomenal in AAA. Shit, he'd be the world champ. Did you hear Will Ospreay's promo? He was smashing Alex Windsor on his honeymoon. Oh no! Well, I didn't hear the Will Ospreay's promo, but it's Will Ospreay. The man doesn't do anything bad. All right, so after Moxley and Bandito, we're gonna go IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship. Now, we're gonna have Pac versus Shoto Umino. Oh, he used to be a tag wrestler, right? In the beginning, the Shota Umino guy, if I'm correct. He was a junior tag team for Chaos in the very beginning, right? I think that's a good match for those two. If he's who I think he is. I think him and Pac together going at it could put on an amazing show. They're two guys that can wrestle on the ground or take it to the air. Solid card so far. Then we have the women's world title match. Who is she defying? All right, I don't know who this girl is at all that's fighting for the world title for the women's world title. Ah, shit. No, not the champ. Nasty. Who's the girl fighting for it? Who's this girl? She looks like what was his name in New Japan? He was a legend that had the bear mask, just like that. Wasn't too big. He fought forever. Starlight, she's in Stardom. Okay, Starlight. That's her name, the Starlight Kid? Tiger Mask. That's what I was thinking of. Does this Starlight person have anything to do with Tiger Mask? If not, I hope she gets the brakes beaten off her. If there's no resemblance to Tiger Mask, I hope she gets the brakes beaten off her by Thek. How do you say it? Thekla? She's Tiger Mask's cousin. All right, good. Now I could at least see the resemblance of the mask. It makes sense. She's continuing on in the families. It works. But I don't think she's winning the women's world title that night. I think the women's world title is going to stay right where it is. And after Mercedes Moné is done putting the trash out, she's going to come and challenge Stekla and say, "Bitch, I want my women's world title back." Ooh. Then we have the men's match. This is big. So this is for the Owen Hart inaugural tournament final. We got on one side whose house? Swerve's house. We got Shane Swerve Strickland. Woo-hoo. With my man Prince Nana. Oh man, love Prince Nana. And I love that AEW does managers. Every company needs to do managers again. And Swerve is going against Will Ospreay. Man, these two guys together put on a clinic. This should be the match of the night. I don't know if anybody's going to be able to top the chemistry these two guys have. That's going to be badass. Will Ospreay versus Swerve. Man, I love the sound of that. I hope Mayor World beats Mercedes. Osprey's gonna win, but I'm pulling for Swerve. Man, see that's a hard one for me. I don't know if I would want Swerve or Osprey. That's a match that I wouldn't be able to pick until like the very last moment. And I'd still not maybe have a problem. Cause it's like, come on, I want Osprey, but I want Swerve. I want Osprey. I want Swerve. Oh man. But either way, that should be the match of the freaking night. I have no idea why WWE stopped doing the managers. I would love to know, because I don't know if it just kind of died out for them and nobody like new came along at the time to do it, and then it got to the point like where they just was like, all right, we're done. Like Paul Heyman is the only manager. It's weird. Which is why I'm hoping Rikishi or somebody comes back as a manager. All right. Let me see. What do we got next? All right. And then I'm guessing this is the main event because they have it all the way they have the card. These two are the biggest on the card. we have Zack Sabre Jr., the wrestling machine himself, going against. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Is Zack Sabre Jr. going to be going against Kenny, the cleaning jobber, or Kenny the Cleaner Omega? Now, I can't watch Omega job out again. I can't do it. We need Omega to be Omega. Because if we don't get Kenny Omega to be Omega, it's not going to work. Not for me, and not for other guys that are fans of WWE that are come over to watch AEW. That's going to piss us off. And AEW's big pay-per-view they had for the year was such a home run. And Kenny wasn't a jobber. He was Kenny Omega. So it's gonna make all the difference in the world. But I'm praying he comes out of this as Kenny the Cleaner Omega, not Kenny the Job Cleaner. I'm more excited for Swerve and Ospreay than the actual main event. The 12-man clusterfuck cage match. Hey, what up, DM? What is the worst part about eating a vegetable? Getting them back up. What is the worst part about eating a vegetable? Getting them back in a. Honestly, I'm not sure what that meant, DM. Kenny is the new Brooklyn Brawler. He said, "Oh, bro, he just called Kenny Omega the Brooklyn Brawler." Oh man, oh you definitely freaking just hurt you AEW diehard fans had just felt like they got stabbed in the chest for a minute. Donald, I respectfully agree with you. Oh, I regretfully agree with you. He needs some dubs. He hasn't been over in a while. Like, this is it. If Kenny does not come out with a W Sunday night, I cannot take him serious anymore going forward. There's only so long you can ride on your past coattails. And everybody knows in the wrestling business, it's not about what you did yesterday. It's about what you're going to do today. Unfortunately. And at times that may be cold to people, but that's just how shit goes. See. I predict that Andrade, Trent Beretta, Rocky Romero will leave the Don Callis family in the very near future and possibly forming A trio. Okay. Hey, I like Andrade a lot. I like Rocky Romero, but honestly, I don't want to see Rocky wrestling right now. I'm kind of over it. I wouldn't mind seeing Rocky Romero as a manager for a faction. I think Rocky Romero would be great. So would Trent. I feel like we know, if we could get a real cool Trent Beretta singles run, that would be really cool. And I don't mean like the same Trent Beretta that we've known for years. I mean a brand new dark, a darker Trent Beretta. Something scary to him, like that. I think would be huge. Kenny in Japan was awesome. Yo, he really was. But Kenny in AEW equals the Brooklyn Brawl. Hey, and if anybody disagrees with what D's saying about Kenny Omega, then call up Kenny Omega and tell his ass that he needs to get some W's on the win column. Because D's not, he didn't Jey Uso Kenny Omega and say, "Yo, Kenny Omega, this is your warning shot." Bang. I didn't do any of that. He let his matches, wins and losses, do the talking for him. And what's Kenny at the moment? Like 0-17, it feels like. Scorpio Sky's AEW contract is set to expire in the upcoming months. Is he headed to the Fed? Now, if you never got to meet Scorpio Sky or Frankie Kazarian, first off, let me tell you guys, awesome. Bro, they are so cool to meet. I met them at a show in 2019. And they were there just showing love to their fellow wrestlers. And Scorpio Sky and Frankie Kazarian had talked with me for 30 minutes, which was amazing. But I don't think so. I don't think he's going to that he's leaving AEW for the Fed. At least I don't think so. I could be wrong on that because I don't read the dirt sheets a lot. And I definitely don't go anywhere near any dirt sheets or things that could be spoilers the week of a pay-per-view. Nope. I don't want to take any chances of any facts spoiling it. Who wants to watch Night of Champions if you know already all the best matches, what's gonna happen for a fact? It's one thing for us to have the conversation and think about it and say, "Oh, this is what's gonna happen without a doubt, definitely." That's not the same. That's different. We're assuming that that's how this is gonna play out. It may not play out like that at all. It could very well go the opposite way. Too cold, Scorpio. see. Ooh. Fun fact: Too Cold Scorpio is the reason why Mick Foley lost his ear. He requested the ring ropes. See, when it gets to a certain part of the night, my eyes start getting glary from staring at the screen. All right, Foley lost his ear. He's requesting the ring ropes to be tightened before the show, and Mick's ear got caught in between the ropes. Ah, man, eesh. Hey, do me a favor, guys. When you're doing paragraphs at this point, try not to do big paragraphs. And send it like in two things instead of doing one long paragraph. I can't see the bottom of it for shit right anymore. Oh shit, D. When did we did it again, D? It's 3:23 in the morning. When the hell did it get this late? I don't understand how it got this late already. Shit. All right, we usually go to 3 a.m. and then we call it. Holy shit. I don't know when we hit 3:23. Shit. All right, real quick before we do get out of here. Tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, we will be live for Night of Champions. So if you're gonna watch Night of Champions tomorrow, come through, talk some shit, enjoy some wrestling with us. Make sure everybody you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you smash that like button if you have not already on your way out. You're right, because we were talking wrestling and not dealing with people's fake bullshit tonight. It's amazing how quick tonight went when certain people weren't around. Just saying. But I know you know what I mean. But thank you everybody for coming through as always. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. And don't forget, if you guys love movies and collectibles, check out my other channel. We go live every week, Tuesday night. This Tuesday night coming, we will be doing a members giveaway. So, and it's not too late to become a member on the other channel. You have until the live starts to become a member. So, it's only 99 cents a month or $1.99. And our giveaway this month is being brought to you by AMC Theaters. Hooked us up with a giveaway for the channel. Big shout out to AMC Theaters for helping out. But remember, everybody, tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, Night of Champions. We are back. And as always, everybody, stay hunting, because when you hunt with the pack, you never hunt alone. And I'll catch everybody 1 p.m. tomorrow for Night of Champions.